Today is April the 1st. I just got out of clinicals and I had to rush home to take a quiz. It was a 10 question quiz on PICMONIC. We had 10 minutes to do the 10 question quiz and I think I missed like 2. So if anything, I got an 80. I don't have my grade back yet, but it's okay. Yeah, today has been crazy. I had a really weird day at clinicals. I've told you guys that I am in a nursing home and a lot of the complaints from the nursing staff was just, it was just different. So it was just a weird clinical day. Oh my gosh, my battery is about to go dead. So I might switch this over to my iPhone for this just because I really just have to get this off of my chest. So basically today is the day after Nipsey Hussle died. And for those of you guys who don't know, I'm a huge Nipsey Hussle fan. I have been a fan ever since my husband put me on. I'm gonna be honest, like I got put on to Nipsey Hussle before Victory Lap, before he became like big and huge and who he is today. My husband was listening to a lot of his older stuff. I didn't really start listening to him until Slauson Boy 1, Slauson Boy 2. So although I'm a later fan than like his underground mixtape stuff, I have still been a fan, and this was like a huge hit to the black community. I am not necessarily like a fangirl to be like, oh my gosh, I love Nip, he's so fine, da da da, like, but I just love his music. I loved what he was about. I loved how powerful and strong and compassionate he was to the black community, and how he was all about like giving back to your own community, buying up the block, you know what I'm saying, like keeping our money within our community and stop outsourcing. I love how passionate he was about the documentary with Dr. CB. Now, I am no conspiracy theorist and I don't know what happened. All I know is I was shook. My stomach sank when I found out he died. I went on Instagram, of course, and someone recorded EMTs doing CPR on him. You couldn't see his face, but you saw the act of CPR. And I knew he was gone. At that point, a lot of people were still like praying and hoping and saying, you know, Nip pulled through. But me being the nursing part of me, I knew at that point he was gone. And I knew that they weren't going to get him back. And I feel so bad for his children and his girl, like Lauren London. I'm a huge fan as well. And for his family and just for the black community, period. That he was taken away at the age of 33. Like, that is so sad. And like right now I just feel so sick. And like I said, usually I'm not the person to like, I'm not the person to like repost people who die or famous people or feel sad or be emotional or have any kind of connection to a celebrity, because ultimately, like, I don't know the people. I could be a fan of your music, but I didn't cry when like Michael Jackson died. I'm not like the biggest Selena's fan, and I mean, I like her movie and her music and things like that, but I don't get emotional and have a connection. And now I think I have a sense of what those people feel, because somebody like Nipsey, who was so big on being black and being proud and being your own boss and hustle, like, y'all know, if you've been a big fan of me, you know I've used Hustle and Motivate at the end of a lot of my videos, because that song, that is my favorite song, and that is what I base myself on. You have to hustle for what you want, and ultimately you have to motivate other people to be better and do better. And I feel like Nipsey was that for the black community. Nipsey was our Tupac of this generation, and I don't care what anybody say. Now, I was a little girl, like I was very small when Tupac died, so I don't remember too much of it. All I know is I was a huge Tupac fan. I grew up listening to Tupac. My mom and my uncles and my brother, like everybody did. So I grew up exposed to him, but not until I was older and was able to understand what he was about and how he felt about how corrupt America was and how the government is just involved in everything, and how powerful and strong Tupac was as well. He is all about being your own boss in this world, being a black person, being strong, being proud of who you are, hustling for everything you do, hustling for everything you get. And that speaks so much to me. Like, that part of Nipsey just, and then he's just so hood and he's just so gangster, but he can put on a suit and look so fly and so fresh. And I will never even want to know what his family or his, I don't know if they were married or not, but what Lauren London is going through, and my heart breaks for her, because I know if it's hitting this hard for me, I can't even begin to imagine how she feels. And I just want the Black community to be aware that we lost a powerful, strong voice within our community, and it is okay to be sad about it. And yeah, it sucks. It sucks. I have just been having Nipsey on my mind all day, and that's why I felt like I just had to express that and share with you guys my thoughts on it. His music was so dope. So if you was never really a big Nipsey Hussle fan and you never really got into his music, I would say just listen to a couple of songs on Slauson Boy 2 is one of my faves, and listen to a couple of songs on Victory Lap, and just listen to what he's saying. Watch some of his interviews and just see how much knowledge this man had and how passionate he was about us as Black people. And you will understand why everybody is so hurt and why it hit hard. I've literally been staying off of Instagram for the past 2 days because it just breaks my heart every single time I see. He is all up and down Instagram, and it's heartbreaking, and he made an impact on a lot of people's lives, and that was because he was a big voice for the Black community. And like I said, he was a Tupac of our generation. I don't care what anybody says. I'm sorry for his family and his children, and I wish nobody would have recorded, you know, him having CPR done on him, because that is something that'll stay on the internet forever, and his children should never have to see that. I would never want my children to see that. So that definitely, it hits home, because we have so many people out here that's just rapping about monotonous things and big booty girls this, and going to the clubs this, and drinking this, and the mumbo jumbo rapping that's popular now. And nobody really has, there's not a lot of people out there that have much meaning behind their music. Like, think about it. We don't even have like legit R&B no more. Like your Jagged Edge, Boys to Men. Like, we don't even have Silk, like that strong R&B, like I love to love you music. And Nipsey had no fear in showing Lauren London how much he loved her, and being in her presence and her in his presence, and the way they looked at each other, and just showing Black love. And that's another thing that I love. Over to my phone really quick, but I just wanted to say he just wasn't out there in them streets like from girl to girl. And the photo shoot that him and Lauren did was so beautiful. And I don't know, it sucks. It sucks that we are constantly losing our Black men in this society. And even if it wasn't anything government related or Dr. CB related, and if it was just pure hate and animosity and envy, and if it was that is also, so that's even worse. You know what I'm saying? Our own killing our own over what the next person has hustled and grind to do. So it's just, either way it goes, whatever the cause behind it, I don't care what it was, whatever the cause behind it, it sucks that it happened. And yeah, he'll be missed, and that's all I can say about that. I am actually going to go, I think I'm going to start studying. I don't know. I'm just trying to get, I don't know, maybe I'll take like an hour off and then try to devise a plan of how my night is going to go. I need to definitely tackle, and I just need a little bit to like regroup, and definitely probably will stay off of social media for the next couple of days. And once again, guys, I'm sorry that all my vlogs are coming out so late. I've just been struggling, and I will continuously keep you guys updated, and you'll probably get tons of vlogs back to back to back to back. Because like I said, I've been vlogging. I just haven't been recording it. And I mean, I've been vlogging, but I haven't been editing it because school has been a mess. And I'm still trying to find a clinical preceptor for next semester. So just in case everything does go in my favor, I need to make sure that I find a clinical preceptor. So I've been trying to do that. So like I said, I'm going to take like the next hour off, devise a plan. And I'll see you guys in a little bit.
I ain't really trip on the credit.